crowded nights, roar of the field burning bright, shadows clash in the fading night. Student body right, student body fight. Feel the surge, feel the might. Run the play under the blue spotlight. Cleats on the turf, hearts.
Welcome to another edition of Student Body Right. Why does my head look so big? Maybe because it is. Did you enjoy the weekend's college football? I know I did. I was up from 12 noon till 2 in the morning watching college football all day long. That's my thing. That's what I do. But again, welcome to another edition here of Student Body Right. I'm your ugly ass host, Ryan Neff. Let's just jump into it, shall we? I know we've got the Lions and Ravens kicking off here in about maybe 15, 20 minutes. Number 25, USC at the time beat Michigan State 45-31. I kind of figured Michigan State wasn't going to win this game. I know Jonathan Smith is still trying to build something to Michigan State. I think USC might be proving me wrong this year. We'll see. For Michigan State, let's go to the box score. Aiden Childs, respectable, 12 of 21, 212 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Mekhi Frazier, 14 carries, 61 yards, was the leading receiver. Omar Kelly, the leading Michigan State receiver, 6 catches, 133 yards, and a touchdown. Malik Spencer, 7 total tackles, as well as Nikai Martinez. For USC, Jaden I always butcher the name. Mayava, 20 of 26, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Waymond Jordan, 18 carries, 157. Mayava, 4 carries, 31 yards, and 2 touchdowns rushing. Mekhi Lemon, 8 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown. Eric Gentry, Devin Tompkins were your leading tackles. We go to the team stats. Basically, all you need to know is USC ran the ball for 289 yards. Michigan State 112. USC was 8 of 12 on third downs. Michigan State was 5 of 11. But again, you're running it for 112 yards as your opponent's 289 yards. You're not going to win a lot of games. But I got to tell you, it was an entertaining game, to say the least. I enjoyed it. I stayed up for it as much as I could. Last week, number 24, Notre Dame beat Purdue 56-30. I know Marcus Freeman not happy with the way the defense played, even though they won. By the way, USC's 4-0, Michigan State's 3-1. But Notre Dame, otherwise, they get the W, their first of the year. We go to the box score. For Purdue, Ryan Brown was 21 of 34, 250 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Purdue couldn't run the football. That was sort of the Achilles heel. They ran the ball collectively 28 times for 76 yards. Nitro Tuggle. I like that name for a receiver. 3 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Miles Slusher. Yes, Slusher. 11 total tackles for Purdue. For Notre Dame, C.J. Carr, 10 of 12, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jeremiah Love went off 18 carries, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing. Jordan Faison, 5 catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown receiving. Jalen Stroman, 6 total tackles. Go to the team stats. Purdue turned it over twice, Notre Dame once. Again, when you're out rushing your opponent basically 4-1, you're going to win most football games. You actually had more passing yards, but they had to. But Notre Dame gets off the schneid Notre Dame 1-2. Excuse me. Purdue is now 2-2. In a competitive game, number 23 Missouri at the time last week, they beat South Carolina 29-20 in an SEC matchup. This one was entertaining too. It was a good fourth quarter battle. For South Carolina, Lenora Sellers, 18-28, 302 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, no picks. South Carolina could not run the football. Lenora Sellers ran the ball 10 times for minus 28 yards. He was sacked a lot. South Carolina, because of those sacks, 22 times for minus 9 yards. Vondravius Jacobs, 7 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving for South Carolina defensively, Vicari Swain, Jalen Kilgore, 10 total tackles apiece. For Missouri, Bo Pribula, 16-27, 171 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Ahmad Hardy, 22 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown for Mizzou. Marquise Johnson, 7 catches for 80 yards. Mizzou's leading receiver, leading tackler was Josiah Trotter. We go to the team stats. I'm sorry, excuse me. The weather. All you need to know is Missouri ran it for 285 yards, South Carolina minus 9. You still only won by 9. South Carolina was 3 of 11 on third down, Missouri 7 of 13. That helped. Missouri 4-0 overall, 1-0 in the SEC. South Carolina, who I thought would make some noise this year, they're 2-2 overall, 0-2 in the SEC. As we go down the list here, the other games, USC is now 2-0 in Big Ten play. Michigan State 0-1. And a good tussle. Number 21 Michigan at the time beat Nebraska 30-27. It's a good matchup. It's a good football game. Bryce Underwood, 12 of 22, 105 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Justice Haynes, 17 carries, 149, and a touchdown. Michigan receiving Donovan McCulley, 3 catches for 39 yards. Leading tackler was Ernest Hausman. For Nebraska, Dylan Raiola, 30 of 41, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Nebraska rushing, Dylan Raiola was sacked many times for minus 49 yards. Emmett Johnson, 19 carries for 65 yards. Michigan ran the ball collectively 31 times for 290 yards and 3 touchdowns. Difference in the game. Nebraska receiving, Ja'Cory Barney Jr. had a game, 6 catches, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, leading tackler, Jalen Wright. Really, difference in the game for me was Michigan ran the ball 290 yards, Nebraska with the 43. Both teams were horrible on third down. Nebraska was 2 of 3 on fourth down. But look, Michigan built the lead. Nebraska came back. They had a lot of fight in them. Michigan's 3-1 overall, 1-0 in the Big Ten. Nebraska 3-1 overall, 0-1 in the Big Ten. As we go down the list. Number 20, Vanderbilt hammered Georgia State 70-21. I hope Georgia State got a good payday out of this. Just pathetic. You know what? In games like this, I'm not even going to go over the box score or the team stats because it really doesn't matter because these are the kinds of games that people schedule or, it's just a joke. By the way, Vanderbilt is 4-0 overall. Georgia State 1-3. Number 18, Georgia Tech took out Temple 45-24. Georgia Tech was one of my surprise teams of the year, as was Illinois, but Illinois shit the bed this week. For Temple, Evan Simon, 13 of 32, 127 yards of touchdowns, no picks. Jay Ducker, 14 carries, 76 yards, and touchdown rushing. Temple receiving JoJo Bermudez, 4 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Leading tacklers are Avery Powell and Dante Pollard, 6 total tackles apiece. For Georgia Tech, Haynes King, 13 of 88, 161, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Georgia Tech rushing Jamal Haynes. It's the Haynes and Haynes show. 12 carries, 107 yards, no touchdowns. Georgia Tech ran the ball 30 times for 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. Isaiah Canyon, 2 catches, 44 yards, and a touch receiving. Taj Butler, 8 total tackles for Georgia Tech. We go to the team stats. Temple actually won the turnover battle 0-1. But again, when you're running the ball for 307 yards, I mean, Temple did a decent job running the football. But Georgia Tech, I mean, Temple actually had the ball for almost 38 minutes to Georgia Tech's 22. But Georgia Tech sprung a couple of big plays. Therefore, hence, thusly and ergo, Georgia Tech with the W to stay undefeated. In a game that I thought would be a lot more competitive, I actually picked Utah to win this. Number 17, Texas Tech at the time, played number 16, Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, Texas Tech is for real. That defense is no joke. I maybe undervalued Texas Tech a little bit this year. My apologies. But Texas Tech with the big win, 34-10, dominant performance on the road. For Texas Tech, Will Hammond was 13 of 16, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Cameron Dickey, 13 carries, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Leading receiver for Texas Tech, Reggie Virgil, 6 catches, 72 yards, and a touch. Jacob Rodriguez, 11 total tackles. For Utah, Devin Dampier had a rough game. He was 25 of 38, 162 touchdowns. He threw 2 picks. Nakari Rogers, 10 carries, 37 yards rushing. Leading receivers were Dallin Bentley with 75 yards, Ryan Davis with 70 yards. Leading tackler for Utah was Nate Ritchie, 13 total tackles. And Utah turned it over 4 times, Texas Tech twice. Texas Tech won the rushing battle and won the passing battle. They were a hell of a lot better on 3rd down. Again, utter dominant performance by Texas Tech, who I think now I would consider them the favorites to win the Big 12. That defense travels, forget it. Texas Tech 4-0 overall. They are 1-0 in Big 12 play. Utah 3-1, 0-1 in Big 12 play. Tennessee beat the UABs. That would be Alabama, Birmingham. Number 15, Tennessee last week. 56-24. UAB passing Jalen Kittner, throwing it up 51 times. He was 38 of 51, 364 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. He was sacked many times. As a team at UAB, 19 carries, 23 yards collectively. Caleb Brown, leading receiver for UAB, 4 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Amon Smalls, 7 total tackles. UAB's leading tackle. Tennessee, Joey Aguilar, 15 of 22, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Leading rusher, Peyton Lewis, 11 carries, 81 yards, and a touch. Deshaun Bishop, 9 carries, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tennessee ran it 43 times for 235 yards and 4 touchdowns. Chris Brazel II, 5 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Tennessee's leading receiver. For Tennessee, defensively, Boo Carter, 9 total tackles. Team stats, both teams turned it over twice. Again, but when Tennessee's out rushing their opponents 10-1. Going to win by a huge margin. Tennessee 3-1 overall. UAB 2-2. Number 13, Ole Miss beat Tulane 45-10. Thought this would be a little bit more competitive game. It wasn't. For Tulane, excuse me. Jake Retzlaff, 5 of 17, 56 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Ole Miss really put the clamps down. Tulane rushing, Retzlaff, 8 carries, 51 yards. Tulane receiving, Shaz Preston, 3 catches for 35 yards. Leading tackler was Jack Sheenchow and Kevin Adams III, 6 total tackles apiece. For Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss had a good game, 17-27, 307, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He also ran the ball 14 times for 112 yards. Deuce Alexander, 4 catches, 95 yards and a touchdown receiving. Jaden Yates, Ole Miss's leading tackler, was 7. We go to the team stats. Really difference in the game. Ole Miss just made use of the big play time and time again, and the defense really put the clamps down. Ole Miss now 4-0 overall. Tulane 3-1. Follow the bouncing ball. Number 11, Oklahoma last week beat number 22, Auburn 24-17. Very competitive game. I watched the whole thing. Competitive for 4 quarters, which is what you'd like to see. Jackson Arnold for Auburn, 21-32, 220 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Jeremiah Cobb, 6 carries, 61 yards. Auburn's leading rusher. Auburn receiving, Cam Coleman, 3 catches, 88 yards and a touchdown receiving. Xavier Atkins, 7 total tackles. Oklahoma, John Mateer, 24-36, 271 yards, a touchdown, no picks. It's a little bit concerning. Oklahoma could not run the football. They ran the ball collectively 26 times for 32 yards, 1 touchdown. That's alarming. But it's not like their defense didn't step up. Isaiah Statania III, 9 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown receiving. Kip Lewis, 10 total tackles for Oklahoma. Yeah, neither team could run the football. Both teams were horrible on 3rd down. Oklahoma just made one more play than what Auburn did, if you watch the game. Oklahoma 4-0 overall, 1-0 in SEC play. Auburn 3-1 overall, 0-1 in SEC play. In a WTF game for me, what the fuck? Lebanon, Illinois got taken behind the woodshed by number 19 Indiana last day. 63-10. It was 7-7 at one point, and then when I looked up, it was like 42-7. Illinois just horrendous, shitty performance. Luke Altmaier was 14-22, 146 yards and a touchdown, no picks. He was sacked many times. Illinois rushing because of the negative yardage by Altmaier. 20 carries for 2 yards. Leading receiver for Illinois was Colin Dixon, 4 catches, 86 yards and a touchdown. Leading tackler Matthew Bailey, 9 total tackles. Fernando Mendoza for Indiana. Have yourself a day, 22-23, 267 yards, 5 touchdown passes, no picks. Colby Martin, 12 catches, 107 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Indiana's leading receiver was Elijah Sarrett. 9 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. Lewis Moore, 6 total tackles. Go to the team stats again. You're out rushing your opponent 100-1. You get beat in the passing game. Illinois was 1 of 10 on third down. Indiana was 8 of 11. Ass beating. Indiana 4-0 overall, 1-0 in the Big Ten. Illinois 3-1 overall, 0-1 in the Big Ten. I may have overvalued Illinois just a tad after that. Still a lot of football to be played, but I want to see how they respond. Number 8, Texas beat the shit out of Sam Houston, 55-0. This is what Texas fans were waiting for. Ass whooping. I'm not going to go over the stats just because it's atrocious. Texas 3-1 overall. Sam Houston now 1-4. It's hard to believe that some teams have already played 5 games. Football season goes by like that. Number 7, Florida State beat the shit out of Kent State 66-10. Again, I'm not going to bore you with the stats because it was a bludgeoning. Florida State 3-0 overall. Kent State 1-3. As we go down the list. As my iPad continues to buffer. Number 6, Oregon beat Oregon State. I still call it the Civil War. Not much of a matchup. Oregon State's just fallen on hard times the last couple of years. For Oregon State, Malik Murphy, 5 of 18, 68 yards. Anthony Hankerson, 14 carries, 38 yards and a touchdown. Tax Reddix, 2 carries, 27 yards, leading receiver, leading tackler, Shamir Michael, 11 total tackles. For Oregon, Dante Moore, 22 of 31, 305 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Jaden Leamer, 12 carries, 70 yards. Oregon receiving Gary Bryant and DeCorian Moore, each 3 catches apiece, 60-plus yards receiving, a touchdown receiving. Bryce Botcher, 10 total tackles for Oregon. Again, Oregon, 280 rush yards. Oregon State only 67. That was the difference in the ball game as far as I was concerned, because that Oregon just kept busting big play after big play in the run game. Oregon 4-0 overall. Oregon State 0-4, unfortunately for the Bees. Number 4, Miami last week beat Florida, my Gators, 26-7. And again, I still don't know why Billy Napier is still the coach of Florida. It's because of the buyout. I know it's because of the buyout. Wasn't a contest. Florida's defense actually played fairly well, but their offense blows. Period. Their offense stinks. It's hard. Billy Napier's the offensive coordinator. DJ Lagway was 11 of 23, 61 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Jaden Baugh, 12 carries, 46 yards and a touch. The receiving game was non-existent. Florida's defense, Jordan Castell, 10 total tackles. Miami, Carson Beck actually didn't play all that well. He was 17 of 30, 160 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. Mark Fletcher Jr., 26 carries, 160 yards, rushing and a touchdown. Charmar Brown, 18 carries, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Leading tackler for Miami was Mohamed Toure, 10 total tackles. We go to the team stats. Again, you're being outrushed 2.5 to none. Sorry. 20. Yeah, no. Being outrushed almost 3 to 1. Not going to happen. Passing yards. Florida was 0 of 3. Sorry. 0 of 13 on third down. Miami was 8 of 16. 0 for fucking 13. And Billy Napier still has a job. Don't get it, don't understand it. Really don't. Number 3, LSU. Oh, Miami's 4-0 overall. Florida's 1-3. LSU beat the shit out of Southeast Louisiana. Not worth going over the stats. Southeast Louisiana, I'm sure they got a good payday. LSU 4-0 overall. Southeast Louisiana 2-2. The Detroit Lions have drew first blood on the Ravens. It is 7-0. It's like Jahmyr Gibbs with a touchdown. Lions up 7-0 early. Back to college football. Just some quick news and notes here. I told you about the ACC going to 9 league games, following a suit with the other conferences. Blah 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 blah. Bullshit. Dabo said he's still confident in his Tigers. No quit in his team. What else is he going to say? What else are you going to say? Or 1-3. Or what is he going to say? We're quitting. We stink. No. Syracuse was fined by the ACC for faking injuries. Anybody who watched the game, there was a couple of instances where it was iffy. You could tell what Syracuse was trying to do. Clemson still wasn't going to win the game, but it's good to see they were fine. Oklahoma State's Mike Gundy. He is vowed. He is staying put. It's another one. I don't know why he's still there. Just continues to get worse there in Stillwater. So let's go to this week. It all kicks off Friday. I'm just going to go in order of the games, and then I'll save the game of the week for me for last. Number 8, Florida State is traveling to Virginia. This is at 7 p.m. on ESPN. FSU is only favored by 6.5. Somebody knows something that I don't. I know Virginia's 3-1. Still. Can Virginia hang? I don't know. Friday night, 7 o'clock start. I'm still out. Florida State 35, Virginia 17. How's that? 9 p.m. on Fox. Friday. Number 24, TCU travels to take on Arizona State. TCU 3-0. Arizona State 3-1. Arizona State's favored by 2.5. Somebody knows something that I don't. I'll tell you what, I'll go with it. Arizona State 28, TCU 27. Then we get to the Saturday games. Number 16, Georgia Tech 4-0. Travels to take on Wake Forest 2-1. ACC matchup 12:30 or 12 o'clock at ESPN. Georgia Tech favored by 13.5. Georgia Tech's got something brewing. I don't know if Wake Forest can hang. Are they going to cover the spread? I don't know. I'll say Georgia Tech 38, Wake Forest 17. 12 p.m. on Fox. Number 21, USC is traveling to take on number 23, Illinois. USC undefeated 4-0. Illinois 3-1. Spread USC favored by 6.5. I don't know how Illinois is going to respond after that ass kicking. I think they might still have a hangover. I will go USC to win this game, but I think Illinois plays better. USC 34, Illinois 27. 12 p.m. on ABC. Number 22, Notre Dame 1-2. Arkansas 2-2. It's in Fayetteville. Notre Dame favored by 4.5. Notre Dame's defense not playing well. Arkansas coming off that bad loss to Memphis. I will go Notre Dame 33, Arkansas 20. 12:45 p.m. SEC Network. 3-1 Utah State traveling to take on number 14 Vanderbilt. Vandy's favored by 21.5. I think Vanderbilt might overlook them a little bit. I'm still taking Vanderbilt to win. I'm going to go Vanderbilt 36, Utah State 17. 3:30 p.m. on CBS and Paramount. Number 1 ranked Ohio State 3-0 travels to take on Washington, also undefeated at 3-0. Spreads 9.5. I just don't see Washington hanging. I'm going to go Ohio State 30, Washington 14. 3:30 p.m. on ABC. Number 4 LSU is traveling to take on number 13 Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by 1.5. Somebody knows something somewhere. This is going to be a defensive battle. I still have to go with LSU. LSU 21, Ole Miss 17. 3:30 p.m. on ESPN. Number Auburn 3-1 travels to take on number 9 Texas A&M. Texas A&M favored by 6.5. Closer than what you might think with Auburn's defense playing well. I'll go Texas A&M 27, Auburn 21. 3:30 p.m. on Peacock. Number 11 Indiana travels to take on Iowa, who are 3-1. Indiana's favored by 7.5. Calling for an upset. I think Iowa will win this game outright. I will go Iowa 24, Indiana 21. 4:15 p.m. SEC Network. Number 15 Tennessee. They're 3-1. Travels to take on Mississippi State, who's undefeated. Tennessee favored by 7.5. I think Mississippi State's improved. I just don't think they're improved enough. Tennessee 31, Mississippi State 21. 7 p.m. on ESPN. A good one. In the Big 12. Arizona 3-0, traveling to take on number 14 Iowa State. They are 4-0. Iowa State favored by 5.5. I think Arizona keeps it close. I think Iowa State will win it late. Iowa State 31, Arizona 27. 7:30 p.m. a biggie in the SEC. Number 17 Alabama 2-1 travels to take on number 5 Georgia 3-0. August favored by 2.5. Still like Georgia. Georgia 30, Alabama 24. 7:30 p.m. on ESPNU. Poor Massachusetts 0-3, trying to take on Missouri 4-0. Missouri's favored by 43.5. UMass may not score. I'll go Missouri 50, UMass 3. 10:15 ESPN, number 25 BYU undefeated 3-0 in the Big 12. Travels to take on Colorado 2-2. 0-1 in the Big 12. Spread BYU is favored by 6.5. Sorry, Dion, you guys are going down again. BYU 31, Colorado 17. Which comes to my game of the week. 7:30 p.m. on NBC and Peacock. We've got the number 6 Oregon Ducks, undefeated at 4-0, 1-0 in the Big Ten, traveling to Happy Valley. Number 3 Penn State, 3-0. No Big Ten wins yet. Penn State's favored by 3.5. Which brings us to another edition of Who Gets the Finger? Does your team get the finger? Look, it's going to be a whiteout in Happy Valley, Beaver Stadium. Temperature is going to be fine, 68 degrees. This will be a 4:30 start for Oregon. No problem for them. Penn State's going to have revenge on their mind after losing in the Big Ten championship, and it wasn't close. Ladies and gentlemen, I've gone back and forth on this game all week. But I think because of the whiteout and the factor in Happy Valley, Penn State will win this game. It's going to be Penn State 28, Oregon 24. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Penn State, you get the finger this week. 28-24. That's right. Penn State, you get the finger this week. Penn State will win this match of the week, 28-24. They get the Big Ten win, and they get the revenge over Oregon, 28-24. Let it play out. I know a lot of people will disagree with me. No, I'm not, Nighttime, Happy Valley, a whiteout. Place will be rocking. 110,000 people, whatever it's going to be. There's no way in hell Oregon's going to win this football game. Penn State gets the finger this week. That's right. STATE. On Thursday, I would normally do it tonight. On Thursday, I would be making my against the spread picks. Not only for college football, but also for the NFL. Last time I looked, before I get out of here, Detroit was up 7-0. The Ravens have answered. This is going to be a back and forth game. The Ravens scored. Trying to see who scored for them. Derrick Henry, 28-yard rush. So right now it's 7-7. I will see everybody tomorrow on the Cole County Entertainment Network for another edition of Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch. That's from 7 to 8, then from 8 to 9. It will be end zone to end zone with a recap of week 4 and also a preview of week 5. The only one thing left to do, that's for music to play me out. Hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their night. Enjoy that Detroit-Baltimore game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out.
Under the lights, the crowd